right, we'll call the meeting to order at approximately 16. And welcome, everyone. I think we'll start off with a voting of the new positions within the commission. I'm going to actually resign my spot as chair, and I'm going to nominate Ray Mead as the new chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Prabhu, aye.
Mead, aye.
All right. Yes.
Laura?
Aye.
Great. I think that's unanimous, correct?
Yes.
All right. What are the other positions? I guess clerk.
Vice Chair.
Vice Chair and Clerk.
I'm going to nominate Laura as vice chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Can we have discussion?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Given her writing background, I think Laura might be best served as clerk, which the positions that she's been holding, if Laura doesn't disagree.
I can
I-
actually do both, Sean.
Is that allowed? All right.
You know,
I would,
let's put it this way. The clerk is not required. The standard position for a clerk is not required to do the meeting minutes. When you get into a meeting and let's say I'm not here and Laura has to run the meeting, she's going to have a tough time taking notes and doing everything like that. So, but it's not normally, a position where there's the vice chair and the clerk in the same position.
oh, Laura, would you want me to be vice chair and you stay as the clerk, or how? I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm happy to be vice chair.
Okay. Then I'll take clerk.
Well, so let's just.
Hey, let's nominate Laura for vice chair, and,
Yeah.
and it's been seconded. But let's have a vote on that.
Okay. All right. I would second the Laura to be vice chair.
Okay, all those in favor of that, by roll call?
Nicole, aye.
Prabhu, aye.
John, aye.
Moise and I.
Laura, you can vote for yourself,
Oh, okay, aye. Aye.
Mead, aye. Okay, so we'll entertain for nomination for clerk.
I nominate Sean.
Second.
Aye.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor by roll call?
Nicole, aye.
Prabhu, aye.
Moise and I.
Okay, declare the motion carried. Okay, let's excuse me. Let's get on to Bio International update.
Congratulations,
I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Ray.
Oh, hey, it's all I only do it for the money.
All right. Bio International was a 5-day conference in Boston at the Boston Convention Center. It was actually an international conference. We had over 19,000 people attend on the first day, 18,000 people on the second day, and I didn't get the count for the remaining days. We made a strong presence. We were in the same booth as Mass Bio. The big significant movements that what we really saw is the coming together of Central Massachusetts deciding to become more of a centralized and working more together than we have historically. What we noticed was that from Somerville to Quincy, they call that the Bio Corridor. And the powers within talking with the organization, we're going to now try and geographically name our region and promote it as the BioPike. When you look at the demographics of what's gone on in the biotechnology, it's absolutely incredible, where we've added over 2 million square feet of lab space over the past 5 years, and there's still more demand. So I think it was an excellent conference. On August 31st, we're going to have Kendall visit Grafton and Tufts. Kendall is the president and CEO of MassBio. A lot of times when things happening, she's in the room and has the ability to direct things to us. As a town, we wouldn't be able to get in that room. So we need to build that relationship with Kendall to assist us in doing that. Does anybody have any questions?
Could you explain a little bit more about Kendall? Give us a little background.
She's the president and chairman of MassBio. MassBio is almost like a chamber for biotechnology groups and organizations. So they all belong there. So when we talk about funding for the state and MassBio, these people are really helping facilitate that process. They're the ones to coordinate responses to things, and they're really the matchmakers. They're putting people and companies together as chess pieces.
So it's good to get on her radar.
Yes, yes. There has been a strong consensus within the state that the MassBio needs to extend beyond the Boston Cambridges, and they're actively looking to make this a statewide process where it's throughout the state and not just particular areas. The new governor and lieutenant governor, they have taken a very strong position that Massachusetts is #1 and we need to fight like hell to stay #1.
Okay, anything
And-
else?
If I may, right? So my question is, when you say MassBio region and we, John, what is the region? Is Grafton part of the
We're the
Boston,
we're the central Massachusetts region.
Okay.
Let me start by saying Worcester and central Massachusetts, when they rank bio metro areas throughout the country, we're number 15 in the world. What's recently been happening is most of that stuff is concentrated in Worcester. And what we're trying to do is, just like we're trying to expand beyond Boston, Cambridge, we're trying to expand beyond Worcester. And by coming up with the BioPike, it's a way to name ourselves as a way of marketing to try and attract more businesses.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No, John, you all set?
That's all I have on that topic.
Okay, so there was a schedule sent out by John in schedule of meetings. I would really like to have a meeting, and if it's comfortable for everybody to more comfortable to meet in Zoom, that's fine with me. But I would like to have a meeting in July and August. I have some changes that I want to bring to the committee and to the meeting, and how it's, how we go about it. I feel that we have a great committee here. So we have someone from the banking industry. We have 2 people from the real estate industry. Prabhu is from the planning board. Sean is a commercial building owner, and my background is construction and development. And what I'd really like to do is I'd like to start to utilize all of this talent to talk to people and attract businesses, and talk to businesses that are going to be, or possibly expanding in the town, and really get more involved. As far as agendas go and everything like that, from now on, I will be doing all the agendas. So John won't be doing any agendas. If anybody wants something on an upcoming agenda, you just email me or call me, and we can take care of it. John, you have items that you want on the agenda, you will do the exact same thing. So Prabhu, go ahead. You got your hand up.
So just to add on, from my background, Ray, we probably haven't connected. So I started off in construction, large construction projects, engineering construction work, and then I moved to IT. And right now I'm in IT within the insurance industry for the last 20 years.
So yeah, and I apologize. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. I was looking at your planning board background, which is a great addition to this, to this committee, along with, Laura and Nikki in the real estate, and Sean in the buildings, and Carl in banking. I think we have a really good group, a group put together. And I think we can really do a lot for the town in trying to attract other businesses. But as I said, the meetings are going to change a little, and I really want some feedback on what's good times, or what's good, a good time, a good date, a good day for meetings. And again, we can do them all Zoom, or we can meet at the town hall or the municipal center. And it's however everybody is more comfortable in meeting, because to have us all together at one meeting, it's great.
Mhm.
To have 2 or 3 people, it's really doesn't work out that well. But we got a lot of work. We got a lot of work that we can be doing, and a lot of people we can be talking to, and that's what I want to kind of promote. Sean?
When we talk about going out and say selling Grafton, I think one of our first steps would be to speak with the other boards, specifically planning and possibly select board, to maybe get our charge from them, or in the very least say, listen, this is what we want to try and accomplish.
Yep.
But we need to work together, and we don't want to not overstep our bounds, but we don't want to speak to someone and then find out that maybe the planning board has already done that, or something like that. Planning board had it on their tickler file or whatever it is. So I think we should maybe look at that step first.
Yep. At the next meeting, I'll have our charge.
Okay.
The actual charge that the select board put together for this committee.
Okay.
And yeah, I agree with you. But one of the things that I want to have is that every month we have what John's going to input to the meeting, and what he's done for the last month, and who people he has talked to. Also, the planning board involved in that also, and the board. Laura, I'm sorry, you were gonna.
Yeah, no, just to add to on to what Sean was saying. Some months back, the select board said they wanted us to, the EDC, to act, not rely so much on John for impetus to do things. Go out and do things. However, that said, we were never given any charge, any directives. We need to know, this is an all volunteer committee. Okay, we need to know what we can do, what they don't want us to do. We don't want this to be, willy-nilly, ad hoc. So what I'd like to see from the select board and the planning board is, hey, what are your goals for us? What would you like to see us do? John has been setting up events and meetings, but and I think we have some terrifically talented and very energetic people on this board. But again, we want to all be marching in the same direction and exchanging ideas, but it's not going to be, it won't behoove us if we don't collaborate, communicate, and cooperate.
Right.
With the other boards, with John, and say, okay, well, and what should we tackle first? I mean, it's very nice, Prebu, I've also covered IT as a high technology consultant and analyst. And it's, I have a lot of contacts, but again, we need to have, a charter. What do you want? What do they want us to do? What is appropriate for us to do? And we also want to know, okay, what they don't want us to do. Okay, because again, we don't, we're ministers without portfolio, if you will. We act in an advisory capacity as subject matter experts who influence the decision-making process, but the planning and select boards are the decision-making bodies. So we don't want to be at odds with them.
Right. So like I said, what I'm going to do is that I will have a charge that the board put together at the next meeting, and we can go over it, and we can come to a consensus of where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you want to do. Our job is to promote economic development within the town of Grafton,
Sure.
and that's what I feel that we need to be doing, and heavily involved in. That we should have conversations with developers, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and the committee doesn't know much about it. I really don't know much. I know a little about it, but not a lot. But there's a meeting every Thursday, a development meeting every Thursday, and I want this committee to know what that committee or that group of people are talking about, who they're talking with. The big thing that this committee can do is, how can we help you? You want to come into town, or you have a business in town, you want to expand it. How can we help you?
Right. We talked about development team in the past, and I've asked you to directly talk to Evan. That's between the two of you. But the standard is that's confidential and is not publicly shared.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
What's
So-
the development meeting on Thursdays?
It's a meeting every Thursday that's put together, and planning is involved, and town administrator's office is involved, and it's for companies that are looking to do something, or we've talked to this company has called us, that company has called us. That's pretty much what it is.
And it also includes people who want to put in-law apartments onto their house, developers that want to build houses, anything pertaining to development where they're going to need the sign-on of the planning board, the building inspector, and things like that. So it's a group where they could come, talk to all the people, get the input, and that way they can maneuver through the process a lot more effectively and efficient.
In a lot of towns and cities that I've worked in, and I've gotten permits in, and I've developed in, it's called a technical review committee. That's exactly, it's your first step before you get to the planning. So,
Okay.
Sean, go ahead.
I think you just answered the question. This is not to be confused with the department head meetings. that
No,
they
no,
have.
no, not at
Okay.
all.
All right.
No,
All right.
No, not at all.
And one other question, without getting too deep into it, John, are we able to see how many, I'm going to call it hits, we get on companies or people going to our website and asking for information on Grafton? And earlier I was talking to some about, for example, when you go to a company website and you request a quote, it's like a contact us type of button that you push and you fill out a little form. So are we able to see how many of those hits we're getting?
what you're really referring to is website tracking.
Okay,
My expectations are that everybody has the ability to tell how many visitors they have to a website. Which page they go to and stuff like that, I don't know if it's in that detail.
So again, my goal is to have this committee be more active. And that's my goal. That's what I want to do. But again, I'm going to go back to, meetings in July and August. Are there dates that we could very easily do this, like the 17th, the 24th, or the 31st of July? I really don't want to go 2 months and not have meetings. And again, keep in mind, this committee will be putting together the meeting schedule, no one else. John is not going to be doing that anymore. So this committee will put together the meeting dates and times and everything. So.
I'm very happy to meet in July and August. I'm recovering from knee surgery, so a Zoom meeting would be better for me.
Yeah, well, we could even meet at the town hall and still have Zoom connections. So that's
Yeah, yeah. So I
no
mean, we could do it as a hybrid, but
yeah. And if it's the summer is always a tough time. But if you're, and that's my daughter, it's easier to do, a half hour, 45-minute meeting by Zoom, and then you can go back to business, So what is, Carl, does that work for you, or?
you're muted, Carl.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's easier if it's Zoom, and it's, like you said, you could be, a set time and date, and I'm more than happy to see if I can do those things.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay, Nikki, what about you?
Yep, that works for me. And,
Yep.
if we're away on vacation, if it's a Zoom, I can jump on while we're away too. That's not a
Oh,
problem.
Do we want to convert all the meetings to Zoom?
No. I'm not that's my opinion. I'm one member, but no, I don't think you can do, if you went through COVID and going to meetings on Zoom, it really got tiring that you really needed to be in a room with the people that you work with, and eventually. But what I'm saying is that July and August is to try to get the committee together, and if we can do it on Zoom, that would be great.
Mhm.
Prabhu, what do you think?
I agree. I think we can probably think about at a later point of time increasing the frequency. Zoom works very well for me because I still have a kid who's going into high school. So as you can see, I'm on the road. So Zoom works very well for me. I would love to be in person at some point of time. If I cannot make it, I still like to have the option of joining the meeting via Zoom. So all I'm saying is, if we can have the option for all the meetings with Zoom, wherever there's an opportunity that I can make it in person, I would definitely be there in person.
Yeah, and I think that my plan is that we may have 3 people in the town hall or 4 people, and then the rest on Zoom. However you can make it,
Mhm.
so that we
Yeah.
can have everybody make the meeting, and that's really what I want. So, in July, you've got the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. Does anybody have any preferences on those meetings at all? Prabhu, I know you have a planning board meeting, so.
Right.
So you have a planning board meeting on the 17th?
I have to check. I don't have it handy.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
every alternate week. So
No,
So the
planning
24th
board
works
is
for me.
the first and third, or second and fourth, Prabhu? First and third?
First and
No.
third.
No, second and fourth Monday, right?
no, it's not necessarily that way. It's every alternate week because we'll have town
Okay.
meetings twice over, things get shifted. But there is a calendar that is published.
Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up.
So does anybody else have any, preferences or anything?
Well, the
You
20
said 17th, 24th, or what was the last one?
The 31st.
31st.
the 24th is good.
Yeah, 24th works for me. Any of those dates work for me.
How was the 24th?
For me, the 24th is not good, but if I can learn how to call in,
Oh, yeah, no, we'll set it up in Zoom so you can just call in. It's not. a
okay.
problem.
Yeah, so if it ends up being the 24th, I'll figure it out.
Okay,
Same here.
okay, so we're gonna shoot for July 24th. So then let's just.
Ray, can I interrupt you for a quick second?
Yeah, sure.
So 24th, my calendar shows I have the planning board meeting. There are two things we can do. One, I need to confirm based on the calendar. I might not have updated my calendar. There is a calendar, a planning board calendar. I need to confirm from there. Second, if it's a 6 to 7 meeting, instead of having 7, it's only because it starts at 7. It always conflicts with my planning board
Right,
meeting. If it's
right.
from 6 to 7, I can always join on a Monday. It doesn't matter which Monday.
Okay. So 6 o'clock is better for you.
Yeah.
What about everybody else? Is 6 o'clock good?
6 o'clock is better for me.
Yeah, 6 works for me.
Same
Okay.
here.
Get you over to get ice cream at Swoops and Squirrels there earlier.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna go for the 24th at 6 PM. And then in August, what's a good date? So it'd probably be like the 21st or the 28th.
I would go for the 21st, only because that last week in August
Oh yeah, with school
Yes.
starting, that will
Yeah.
be crazy.
gets crazy and people, meaning me, are often on vacation at that time.
21st is better for me.
Okay, everybody else?
It seems, as of right now, it seems okay.
And probably.
Any Monday at 6 p.m. Any Monday at 6 p.m. I can make it happen.
Sounds great. That sounds great. Okay, so we're gonna have the 24th at 6 PM in July, and we're gonna have the 21st in August. And then what we'll do is we'll review the remainder of the schedule at the next meeting. We'll go over the charge of the committee, and it will be the meeting will be revamped a little bit. And we can have it Zoom, and we can have it at the town hall. And that's however that works out for everybody. So again, if we have it at the municipal center and there's 3 of us there and there's 3 on Zoom, that's fine. No big deal. No problem at all. So,
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
One last point, sir, if you don't mind. Even at the town hall, I think we need to get a different room. If you're going to have Zoom, the one that we always meet, the Zoom with the projector and the sound, it's not good enough.
Okay.
It's bad.
Okay, I'll talk to Will about that, and we'll see if we can get to between 6 and 7. We should be able to get another room and get it done properly. But I will find that out, and I will send it out. I'll send out everything to everybody. So there'll be an agenda. If you guys want something on the agenda prior to that, please send it to me if you can a week before. Or at least 2 or 3 days before the meeting, so I can get it posted. And it, whatever you'd like to put on the agenda to discuss, that you think that we need to discuss within, economic development, put it out there, and we'll go from there. And John, that goes for you too. So, and we'll go from there. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Good.
Sounds good.
Does anybody have anything else to discuss? Yes, Laura.
One thing that I think would be helpful going forward, because when I joined the committee, for some reason I had it in my head that I wasn't sure about what John's role exactly was, and John clarified that for us. some months back. I'm just wondering with these changes, now that you're going to be taking over the agendas, et cetera, how John's role will change, expand, or, going forward.
Well, I don't think it's, I don't think it's gonna change much. I mean, he's not gonna
Okay.
do the agenda. He's not gonna run the meeting. He's not, he will come to the meetings, attend the meetings and give us an update on what he's worked on over the past month and how the committee needs his help to get something else done.
Okay,
That's pretty much what it is.
okay.
Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Not at the moment.
No? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn then.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
I.
Aye.
Opposed?
Boy.
Clear the motion carried. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the 24th.